Did you know that I also stream games on Twitch every Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, usually around 6 or 7 US Central Time, and on Mondays whenever I feel like it because I'm inconsistent. I hope to see you there. Okay, so this is How Lethal Are Less Lethal Rounds Part 1 by Kentucky Ballistics. This will be interesting. I'm actually curious, because I know they keep changing the term from non-lethal to less than lethal to now just less lethal, so I'm curious to see just how lethal they actually are.
So this is it. What do you think about my new rental property?
Yeah, it's pretty nice, but probably needs a little fixing up.
Yeah, it looks like a fixer-upper.
A little bit of TLC.
Yeah, man. There are not any spiders in here, are there? Because I'm like terrified of spiders.
No, there's no spiders in here.
No, there's definitely spiders in there.
Probably knock out this wall, and then I'm gonna have to.
Man, there's a spider.
Scooter, there are no spiders in here. Quit blowing holes in my floor. I got you sick. No.
Nope. I mean, it was a black widow, so fair. But I've heard they're actually not as lethal as
What's up, everybody? My name is Scott, and you're watching Kentucky Ballistics. We're back out of the range, and today we're going to have some fun with some less lethal shotgun rounds. In our last video, we shot some demo range dressing with a 410 rubber buckshot. It seemed to be pretty effective.
Okay, I didn't see that video.
How effective would it be in a real-life scenario? So today we're going to test that out. Let me show you what I got, and we're going to get started.
Okay. I thought it was going to hit the table.
So for today's video, we have another Ballistic Dummy Labs zombie torso. Normally, I have just the torso or just the head. Well, I asked them to put the two together. I think that'd be pretty awesome. So this is what we got today.
Nice.
Full-blown zombie torso. Torso and
the torso's a little off-center inside the gelatin.
Ridiculous. We have lifelike flesh, zombified bones, zombified organs, and green blood. Now on a zombie, you're probably not going to try to use less lethal, but this is what we're going to use today for our volunteers.
It depends on how lethal they are.
I've had trouble in the past getting these things to stay standing up. Turns out there's a solution for that I just haven't been using. If you look right here, there's a piece of PVC pipe that goes up inside this zombie torso. Underneath the table, I have a bucket of concrete with a PVC pipe.
Yeah, that'll hold it.
Rod going down into that, and then I'll insert the dowel rod into the zombie, and it should keep it upright for the whole video.
Yep, there you go.
You really need to lay off the Twinkies. All right. Yeah, that works really good. Look at that. Oh, gosh. Oh, no. No.
Did you already break the skull?
I cracked his skull. So before we start blasting this thing, I am going to put a shirt on him. Most attackers would probably be wearing clothes. Some wouldn't be. But most would be wearing clothes. So I feel like we should
clothes do
put a shirt on him.
Give minimum protection, so yeah.
We're going to stick a hat on him also. I have quite a few less lethal rounds for us to use today. Most of them I'm going to leave his shirt on, but towards the end, I may take his shirt off just so we can get a better view of what it would be doing to an attacker. But before we get started, let me tell you about today's sponsor, Raid Shadow Legends. Raid Shadow Legends is taking over and gaming will never be the same again. Raid is the first game to get back to it. Okay, before we move to the 12 gauge, we're going to start out with the only
This video is like 3 years old, so I'm pretty sure that sponsorship's not in effect anymore.
Shells, and they are rubber buckshot. They say most attacks happen around 7 yards, so that's what we're going to be shooting from today. And I'm going to be using a 410 Judge. This buckshot was pretty effective on the demo ranch dressing. Let's see what it does to our ballistic torso. I'm going to give it to him right in the pec.
That tore the shirt. Looks like the all bounced off though.
Like that stung a little bit.
Yeah, it definitely would sting.
Through his shirt, and one of them got caught right in his t-shirt.
So yeah, they all bounced out though.
See what kind of damage we did. All right, yeah, that definitely would have hurt. It did not go inside.
It definitely would bruise like
that tore up his skin.
Yeah, it would definitely have bruised quite a bit then.
And now we're going to move on to 12 gauge. So for the 12 gauge, I'm going to be using a shotgun that's pretty common for home defense. This is a Mossberg Maverick 12 gauge shotgun. It's chambered in 3-inch and 2 3/4-inch shells. And we're going to start out with some 12 gauge rubber buckshot.
You just got jammed.
All right, here we go.
Oh, jeez. Oh, that shirt's done for.
Again, it looks like oh no. Those actually kind of went in him a
Oh,
little
I can
bit.
see one stuck in his jaw.
Ooh, that would really hurt.
Oh.
These went through his shirt.
Oh, that went deep in the jaw.
Most of those went through his shirt. Here's one just kind of hanging out. Let's lift this up. Oh my. Oh.
I'll be honest, I'd actually still wear that.
Mouth
Yep.
right there.
I'd still wear that shirt.
So they didn't go very deep, but they did make it inside his body. I mean, that definitely would not be fatal. None of these would have made it to a vital organ or anything like that, but
They're all just
definitely
just under the
stung,
skin.
and you would be bleeding a little bit.
Yeah.
The 12 gauge rubber buckshot was a lot
definitely
more
be
effective
bleeding,
than I
but
thought it would be. So I'm really excited.
It mostly
about this
just
one.
bruised
This
and
is
hurt like a
12 gauge
bitch.
Double ball. Those are 2 rubber balls, and I'm really excited to see what happens.
2 balls.
There we go.
Oh, they're gonna
Right
hurt
in the
though.
middle.
Oh. See, one bounced out.
Looks like that's stuck in his chest. Okay, I'm pretty sure one bounced off of him, but it did some
Oh,
damage. And
the
this
other one
one's actually
completely
stuck
bounced off. Wait,
inside.
I want to
his
see.
chest.
I want to see the. I want to see the footage again.
The 12 gauge rubber buckshot was a lot more effective than I thought
Okay,
it would
jump
be.
back a
So
little
I'm
too
really
far.
excited
Oh.
about this one. This is 12 gauge double ball. Those are 2
Light
rubber
heel.
balls, and I'm really excited to see what
Wildlife
happens.
control ammunition. That said.
There we go. I'm gonna hit him right in the middle.
Yeah, I didn't see one bounce back out. I just saw the wadding.
Looks like that's stuck in his chest. Okay, I'm pretty sure one bounced off of him, but it did some damage. And this one's actually stuck inside his chest a little bit. See if I can lift up this shirt without it falling out. Oh, no.
Yep, the other
No,
one did
rubber
not
balls
bounce
in it.
away.
Look at that. That would hurt. That would really hurt. That did not make it into his rib cage. It stopped right there in the fleshy part.
Might have
Took
still
a piece
broke
of
the
his
rib,
shirt
though.
with it. Okay, before we move on, I'm going to take this shirt and I'm going to spin it around because we're starting to get quite a few holes. And I don't want us to get
Just
confused.
few.
So, there we go. Up next, we're about to push it real good. We got some salt and pepper 12 gauge shotgun rounds. That is literally big chunks of salt and pepper. Really curious to see what this does to him.
Salt and pepper. I get the salt. Why the pepper? Looks like most of it didn't even get through the shirt.
Woo! That looks like that would have stung a little bit. So it looks like our wadding did some damage to him. There's a bunch of salt right there. And I can see his shirt got peppered a little bit.
That would sting a
this
lot,
up.
though, getting shot with salt.
Oh,
If you've ever gotten salt in the cut,
got a
yeah.
little bit of salt on him there. That would have stung for sure. That would have stung. But hey, at least you wouldn't have to clean that one out. I mean, it's already good to go because it's full of salt. Up next is a rather interesting round. This is an HV Star, less lethal round. I'm really curious to see what
Star
this does.
round.
All right,
See,
here
that one
we
actually
go.
said home defense. Yeah, that one says less lethal home defense ammunition, whereas the other one said wildlife control. So the 2-ball is not one you're actually meant to be shooting at people, I think.
What this does. All right, here we go. Well, that just bounced right off of him.
Yep.
Here it is right here. That's definitely probably one of the nicer ones to get hit with.
It's like a little koosh ball.
I'm not really sure where it hit him.
Hit
I
him
don't
in
think
that
it
same
did a
hole
lot
from
of
the
damage
wadding.
to him.
Yeah, it didn't look like it did anything.
Now, I'm not really seeing anything new. Well, I don't know. So far, this has been the kindest thing we have shot him with.
Yeah, it didn't look like it did anything. Shoot him in the face
The
with it.
rubber buckshot and the rubber balls were pretty effective. I would argue almost too effective. So I feel like this is probably going to do quite a bit of damage.
Extended rubber slug.
range
Again, wildlife
rubber
control.
slug. That looks pretty bad. That's a big slug.
Oh, that would hurt. Oof.
Oh. I bet that is lodged in his chest.
Yes,
I
absolutely.
can already tell. Oh, that's not going to be good. Oh, dear. Yeah. That looks like that hurt a little bit. Right there. That is stuck in him. What is this? Oh, that broke a rib. Ooh.
Oh, that actually did
This
break
is
a rib.
definitely
Wow.
less lethal, but you would definitely need to go to the doctor. Up
Oh,
next
yeah.
is the round that I'm most excited about. This is a 12 gauge beanbag. This thing is really dense,
beanbag
so I
round.
expect it to do a little bit of damage.
A little, you say.
You just got jammed.
Jammed
How's that
again.
even happen? Look at that.
Now you got it in backwards.
Let's try again. There we go. Here we go. Lower section.
How much does it fan out? It didn't really fan out. Oh,
Oh,
that pulled the whole shirt in.
gosh. Oh, I think that made it into him. Oh.
Oh,
dear.
no.
Oh. Oh, no. It went through his shirt and made it into an organ, it looks like.
Oh,
Yeah, it's...
going by from my memory of anatomy, I think that just bruised the hell out of his liver, if not ruptured it. And if it ruptured it, he's got a few minutes before he bleeds out. Less lethal,
That's in there, all right. Nope, no blood. Didn't bust anything. Take into consideration that you would have muscle, fat, and skin when this is more
Yeah.
like a gelatin substance.
Yeah, that's fair. Like, it probably wouldn't get through the abdominal wall, but it would definitely break the skin, and it would definitely bruise insanely.
I don't think the beanbag would have just sucked into you like that. I mean, I think it would have hurt and done some damage, but still.
Still, though, that is hitting the lower button when it comes to boxing. Like, the chin's the upper button. The lower button is a liver shot. You hit the liver hard enough, and your body just goes, yeah, we're going to pass out now. Like, you hit the liver hard enough, it presses on the nerve behind it, which just triggers your whole rest and digest system. Just, you lose all feeling in your legs, and you're just going to go down. So... yeah, hitting somebody in the liver with that beanbag probably do the same thing.
Would have hurt pretty bad. This next round is one that's more effective at a point blank range.
Point
the last
blank.
round we're
Oh,
going to use is a 12 gauge confetti round.
confetti. Jeez.
Okay, well, he caught, I guess, this is just some of the paper, like burnt paper, on his face. It would sting the eyes a little bit, but I
Yeah.
don't think the confetti round would do much to you.
It mostly just
Okay.
scare you.
That was all
think.
of the less lethal rounds that I brought today, and we shot all of them at him with a shirt on. I have other plans for this guy, so I don't want to completely destroy him, but let's take at least one shot at him with the rubber buckshot so we can see what it looks like without his shirt on in the slow-mo. And then after that, I think I'm going to take at least one shot at his face with the 12 gauge beanbag rounds, okay?
Oh god, the beanbag to the
Rubber
face.
buckshot is first.
You're going to ruin him.
Here we go.
Ooh.
Ooh. Oh. All right, that looks like it was just as bad with his shirt off as it was with his shirt on. I don't think the shirt made much of a difference.
It's just a thin white t-shirt.
These things are going to penetrate.
Maybe if it was like a sweatshirt or a hoodie over a t-shirt, it might
They're like little
protect a little better.
So now, let's hit him in the face with a beanbag shell.
Oh
okay,
boy.
Here we go. I'm pretty curious to see what happens.
I think it's going to do some damage.
There.
Oh, yep. I saw the green. Oh, yeah. That's lethal.
Oh my gosh! I didn't mean to do that. Oh man. So this is an example where less lethal means just that. It's less lethal, but it could still be lethal. I mean, if you get hit in the face with a beanbag round,
you're done.
I mean, it could be pretty bad. I was hoping to hit him in the teeth so that if we broke something, I wouldn't bust his head open. But looks like these things hit a little high because I was aiming about right there, and we cracked his head. So this is not the beanbag that is inside his head. This is another one. I wanted to show you what they were. So that is what he was hit with, but on the inside of it is lead shot, and that is why it is so dense. You are going to be okay, all right?
See, I was thinking it might have been more like the rubber buckshot. No, it's just straight up lead bird shot, but inside a little canvas. Oof.
Easy does it, big guy.
Hey, you better rush him to a hospital.
Secure your head. Secure that neck. You're bleeding on my seats. So inconsiderate. Here, you're gonna be all right. It's the wrong seatbelt. I'm sorry. All right. You're all buckled up. Hey, don't you go dying on me. You're gonna be okay. All right, that's going to be it for today's video. What did you think about the less lethal rounds, and are there any other shotgun rounds you'd like to see tested on a ballistic dummy? Leave your answers
None I can think of off the top of my head
down below. If you enjoyed today's video, do me a big favor and give it a like. And if you're not subscribed to Kentucky Ballistics, do yourself a favor and hit that subscribe button. Also, be sure and check me out on Kentucky Customs, Kentucky Ballistics Shorts, Patreon, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Links to all of them down in the description down below, along with a link to KentuckyBallistics.com, just in case you want to pick up a shirt. And as always, my name is Scott. Thank you so much for watching Kentucky Ballistics.
I like the shirts.
And I'll see you next time.
Okay. See exactly why they're called less lethal. Because, yeah, that beanbag to the head definitely would have been lethal. The one to the gut could have been if it did rupture the liver, but at the same time, like he said, there's no actual muscle in the ballistics dummy, so I don't think it would actually do that. Definitely would drop you, though. Definitely would floor you.